Well, joining us now to get some background on the motives and the hopes of the former president, we have Kevin Sanders, Director of War and Peace Foundation in New York. Kevin, always a pleasure to have you here with us on Press TV. Now, Mr. Carter's intention to meet with a senior Hamas leader is certainly ruffling feathers in the United States and Israel. So what do you think he actually hopes to achieve from it?
Well, I suppose ideally he would like to achieve what he's been trying to achieve ever since he was a president, and that is a peaceful settlement to the Middle East. More specifically, immediately, I don't think he expects any immediate achievement. But that's not the purpose of this. That's not his role in life. In fact, Jimmy Carter is a treasure for the world. We should all be very grateful that he even exists. He is uniquely authorized, empowered by history to do things and say things that no one else dare do, that no one else could do. And he doesn't care what people say. He is expecting the kind of criticism that he's had. He is, in a sense, immune to it. He's got a Nobel Peace Prize. He's got a wall covered in peace awards. He's regarded as probably the best ex-president that America has ever had by many people. And in this case, he's trying to do what he has done in so many other places, which is simply keep doors open, keep conversations in place. He's a kind of one-man Switzerland. He's a place with, as it were, people can meet and communicate and have information passed quietly, diplomatically, and therefore we will probably never know quite what he has achieved. We're really not meant to know, but it can be assumed quite safely that when he comes back, a lot of people will want to have a quiet talk with Jimmy Carter and will learn from him things that will shape their policy and hopefully, and I'm sure Jimmy Carter would hope, will help to some small extent direct events toward peace.
Well, you know, we've all got a pretty good idea of Carter's track record as a peacemaker and a fence mender, but the task that is setting himself, could be a bit tough. But could he still be a catalyst for peace, or has he burned too many bridges, especially with the Israelis, especially over his last book?
Oh, he's covered in the ashes of his burned bridges, but again, he doesn't care. In a sense, he can afford to be more outrageous, audacious, courageous than any other world leader of his stature. He's got nothing to lose. He is, as I say, immune to the kind of criticism that would destroy other politicians, that other politicians and leaders wouldn't dare risk. He's in a class now joined perhaps by such a few great names as Nelson Mandela or Kofi Annan. And it's interesting that, by the way, in his present meeting there was at one stage discussion that those two, might join him in this effort. They later withdrew, not because they thought what he was doing was wrong, or they disagreed with his intent, but rather they thought that the timing was inappropriate. But the mere fact that they had been mentioned in the same frame is helpful and, I think, encouraging.
Okay, well, most people would obviously agree with Carter that a long-term solution is not possible without the inclusion of Hamas in the negotiating process. Now, obviously, President Bush is in no mind to encourage the Israelis to change their minds, but what about a new Democratic president? Are we likely to see Washington singing to a different tune over the Middle East peace process come January next year?
Well, Washington as a whole, no, but you mentioned the coming change of administration. Undoubtedly, a lot of Democrats, and I'm sure Obama, and I'm sure Clinton, or at least, if not them, people very close to them, will be very eager to meet, as I say, with Jimmy Carter when he comes back. These will be informal meetings. They may be secret meetings. They may have to be secret meetings. This is the nature of diplomacy. They only work when these things are privately understood and privately agreed and privately learned. But it is a pipeline. It is an information flow that is essential for the maintenance of peace and for the final resolution of problems. And so if you ask what impact this will have, probably we will never know. I suspect we're not really meant to know. But I think it's absolutely essential that somebody like Carter is in a position to do it and is doing what he's doing. And I'm sure that that those who are actually in the forefront of events, that is the candidates and the political leaders, are probably secretly very relieved and very happy that Jimmy Carter is doing what he's doing, no matter what they say, no matter what they deny, no matter how much they may publicly attempt to distance themselves from him. I'm sure they'll be eager to hear from him when he comes back.
Thank you so much. That's Kevin Sanders, as informative and eloquent as ever, speaking to us there from New York. Many thanks.